Hey everybody, this is CPR43 with a brand new update for you guys. So I'm going to make a quick update here. I'm just showing some stuff that I got today and what I've done today. Pretty much it's just what's happening and what to expect for the next update. It's not really a whole lot, but if I get a bunch of this stuff done, then it will be a lot for the next one. So I might as well show you guys what I've got going on and let you guys know about that. So I'm going to start off with what I got. I went over to the model baron today and I picked up a few things, like these two tubes. One is Tester's cement and the other is Tamiya white putty. And I also picked up this music wire here, and it's 36 inches long and the diameter is 0.015 inches. So the music wire is actually being used as I'm going to use for the handrails on the GP9, and I'll show you guys that in just a sec. The Tester's cement is not being used yet. This is just for when I run out of the stuff that I'm currently using. The, what is it? Let me check here one more time. The Via Bond CA glue. So once I run out of that, I'll get to use the Tester stuff. And then the Tamiya white putty, I'm using at the back of the unit, and I'll show you guys that later. So I'm going to start off with the front and at the handrails. So the music wire that I'm using for is I am now making the GMD styled handrails, so I'm going to show you guys that. And as you can kind of see, maybe zoom that in just a little bit, so you can see here that I hand bent a piece of music wire, and it is bent to look exactly like the GMD styled ones on the CPGP9Us. So I'm going to be doing all the handrails like these edge ones here on the front and back, and starting off with these, with like this one and the one on the other end. Those are the hardest ones because they require a lot of bending, but these ones on the very front and then the ones at the back, they're all pretty easy. There's very little bending to do, and yeah. So other than that, that's what's going on right there. I hope to finish up all these by the next update. If I don't, I should be over halfway finished with them. And yeah, so that's what's going on with the music wire there, and I'll zoom back out. So now with the Tamiya white putty, so this is the first time I'm using putty. Actually, I do like this stuff a lot, and I actually have to thank the owner of Model Baron Hobbies for recommending this stuff for me, because I was just about to pick the wrong stuff, and he said, what am I going to use the putty for? So I told him, and he gave me the correct stuff, which is this. So I'll show you guys what I'm using it for at the back of the unit. So if you remember way back when I finally started making and installing my own handrail or grab irons, you probably remember me saying a few weeks or I don't know, a month later how much of a fail that was at the back, where you can see these holes are kind of all over the place if you look at them carefully enough, and you can see that my grab irons were just everywhere. So I filled those in, and I put in some new holes just above the filled in original ones, and those will be used for the newer grab irons that I plan on putting in soon. So you can see that I had used the putty, and then I sanded all that off, including the original C letter. Now I have some decals on order, and hopefully those will come in soon, and then I'll get that new C on, and everything should look perfect, but not before getting some paint over the filled in holes. Now also at the back here, before I put the unit back over onto the table, I finished up some beacons for this Canak belt pack look. So these beacons were done using, the bases are done with the styrene, so I cut those, and definitely a lot of work because those styrene pieces are pretty small. And then the beacons were done using my weld bond glue and the jig that I created with the weight from the unit as well. So those turned out perfectly. They're not going to be lit or anything because I just don't really want to light them, and because they're so small, it's just going to put a lot more work and pressure and stuff like that to figure out how to get that to work. So you know, I'm just going to leave that alone. Keep them as they are, as fakes, just for the looks. So yeah, that's what's going on there, and I really hope to complete all this by the next update. You know, some of it probably won't be finished, but, you know, hopefully I'll get most of it done. So, yeah. The ES44 DC is in its box now, just waiting to be handed over to 1GZ Power, and I'm waiting on 1GZ Power to bring over his CP ES44 AC to make the trade happen, and that should be happening real soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the ES44 AC with sound, and can't wait to try it out at the club or also on my layout if it even works on there, because the last few decoders and locomotives that were DCC equipped that I've got just were sets that they didn't work on DC, so on. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully everything will work out, and I'll have plenty more to show in the next update. So that is pretty much it, guys. I've got nothing else to talk about. Just letting you guys know what's going on and what to expect for next update, as I said at the start of the video. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. This is CPR43, and good luck.